Biz. All right, man. So I'm just chilling. I got here a little while ago, so I gotta wait a little bit before I head to where I'm supposed to be. So I thought I'd do a live stream, talk about a few things. All right. So you're hearing that the super fight, which isn't being which isn't being promoted as a super fight, is supposed to be announced in a couple of days. Well, we've heard that before. Well, we'll see. At the end of the day, even if, when, or it isn't announced, I'm still gonna have something to say. Okay, and that's just real talk. I don't like. I don't even like the way this has just been handled. Period. And while you got people trying to make excuses and talk around the situation, that the PBC did a piss poor job, Al Heyman and everybody trying to get this fight did. And at the end of the day, they really didn't want to make this fight to begin with because they really don't have no choice. You know, but I'll get to that on a later day. But all right, so Shakur Stevenson didn't make weight. My thing is, so what? This happens all the time. This isn't a big deal. I'm just not one of them dudes that just go make a whole video dedicated to a fighter not making weight. I mean, it happens. It happens. That ain't really my thing because, like I said, it could happen to anybody, man. You know, everybody's body is different, and then these fighters go through a lot of different things, a lot of different type of weight loss regimens to try to lose weight in time to make weight for a fight. That's why they call it weight classes. So, it happens. But, Shakur Stevenson may have grew out of that weight class, and apparently he did because he didn't make weight, and he lost his belts on the scale. And that happens all the time, but we already know they would be quick and swift to take the belts from Shakur Stevenson. So, he basically is fighting. No titles are on the line. So unless Kaseki will win, I don't know if he, because sometimes if the challenger wins, he could still be eligible to win the belts, but they probably gonna have somebody fighting a tournament or something, or they gonna find some mandatories. They're gonna appoint somebody some mandatories and say, okay, you're the number one contender, or you guys gonna have a face off. So that's just how it works. But like I said before, Shakur Stevenson moving up to 135, yeah. But here's the thing: I know people sitting up saying Tank Davis and Devin Haney and those type of dudes are possibilities. Yeah, they are. I think Devin Haney is the closest possibility because right now he's with Top Rank. Lomachenko, I don't think he'll fight Shakur Stevenson. Lomachenko, I just don't think he wants to fight guys like that. He's just shown he's just not interested in those type of fights and those type of styles. And as far as Tank go, well, we all know who would hold up that fight being made. Once again, you would have the issue with Showtime, you would have Mayweather Promotions, you would have the PBC, so that would be a bit of a stretch. So I wouldn't bank on it because it's like this, you guys. Somebody just got to say it. If we can't get fights, simple fights made that we want to see done, what makes you think we gonna possibly get Shakur Stevenson versus Tank? We already know the resistance, the roadblocks, and to be honest with you, the roadblocks are purposely put up by one particular group. My thing is, boxing is hurting really bad. Ticket sales ain't what they used to be. Back in the day, back in 91, 92, you see these boxing matches, they'd be filled to capacity. But, based off how these fighters act now, due to a lack of personality, poor marketing by the promotional companies and a variety of a whole bunch of other different things. It's just hard to market fighters in boxing these days. Everybody got to be a willing participant, and that's the problem. Nobody is willing to put both feet in all the way in, and everybody got to do it for boxing to succeed and not die out and become extinct. Everybody got to put they foot in. Everybody got to go in, both feet in, not one feet in. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get in the pool, you're going to get in the pool. You're not going to just stick one foot in. That's just real talk. Everybody got put forth for effort, and that's the problem. Everybody's not putting forth for effort. It's always excuse after excuse. Well, it's this dude, it's that dude, it's the networks. It's been proven that the networks can find some common ground. It's been did a few times. It can be did. If Fox and Top Rank and ESPN can find some common ground, then I just don't be wanting to hear that stuff. While you have a lot of these content creators coming up with these excuses, the fight can't happen. Look, to be honest with you, any fight could happen if the fighters want it and the promotional companies want it. And I think this childish way of handling things has just went on far too long. To me, Al Heyman, Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, and whoever else that I forgot, they should have a power luncheon, or they should have a conference call, and they should just figure out a way to get fights made. We spend too much time talking about the fights that's not get made versus the fights that's actually get made, and that's the problem. I don't like the fact that boxing has turned into gang warfare, like where you got to be with a certain gang to get respect, or you got to be with a certain promotional company for people to respect you and shit. And it shouldn't be like that. And that's the problem. You got more people pushing for fights not to happen so they can continue to create content than wanting certain fights to happen. Me, myself, I want fights to happen, so I could talk about the fight, break down the fight, and talk about the next big fight. But I'm always finding myself talking about a fight that I would like to see, or I wish I could see, or a fight that may or may not happen. And that's the damn problem. We spend too much time talking about fights we wish we could get versus fights that's actually gonna happen. And that's what's wrong with boxing right then and there. Like I said, I guess I got to be the dude to say it, because we all know that a lot of these other dudes, they won't say it. They just don't keep it real, man. That's just the bottom line, man. They don't keep it real. They just don't tell the truth, because at the end of the day, everybody have a dude that they support more than the other. Everybody have a guy that give them access and that they deal with on a personal level. Me, myself, I don't really deal with nobody on a personal level. I have some of these fighters' phone numbers. I only call them when I want them to come on, and that's it. That's all. I don't play golf with none of these dudes, or pool, or none of that stuff. I really don't do that stuff, because that just ain't really my thing. But yeah, I'm just keeping it a buck, man. It's just time to get these fights made, man. I'm tired of hearing about what could possibly happen in 2, 3, 4 years from now. Shit, you don't even know if the damn earth gonna be here in 3 or 4 years at the rate we going. So I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, as far as Shakur Stevenson go, like I said, if he go up to 135, like I said, that's cool. It's always some work for him up there at 135. It's some work for him at 135 and 140. Where I think Shakur Stevenson's final destination will be, that remains to be seen. I think as high as Shakur Stevenson could go is probably 140, 147, which is welterweight. I think that'll be his peak. I think Devin Haney, I think the same thing with him. I think he'll reach his peak when he get to 147. I think depending on what's up there at 154, it'll be a big question mark, but we'll just have to see. But anyway, I'll be back later on. I'm out. And this is